They say the more experience you got, the more elegant you should be able to speak, and the more you should be able to stand on what you stand on. You know, I too say that, but also say, you know, sometimes you gotta make everything come to life. Realization of you, family, you know, all of that security comes through you as being the man of the house, the man of the family, the husband, alpha, the everything. You know, I wake up, I be on security. I go to sleep. Before that, I'm on security. Everything about me, I be on high alert. I got daughters. I be super worried. So I stick with God because it's some chambers in life that I can't go with my older daughters. You know, it's crazy. You know, this what a dad think about when he getting out of the shower, looking at his tattoos. I'm looking at the stripes, but in my mind, the stripes ain't these. You know, the faith, loyalty. You know, I remember all of the places where I got all of these tattoos. You know, I call them stripes. Different parts of prison, different parts of my life as I journeyed through it. But the real stripes came when I had adventures and experiences with my kids. My own personalities came to life in my kids, and they stood before me in my life, and I had to deal with it. So what I'm saying is, when I got out that shower, or when I was in the shower, I was looking at my tattoos, but the comparative narrative came to my mind is the different experiences with my daughters that I've had throughout the years. It shot through my mind like a comic. Those experiences, how we grew emotionally, how we grew physically, how we grew through the challenges that we face, how I grew from being dad to being pawpaw. Times two. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing because everything that I became in that experience, in those stripes, that loyalty and that faith, man, they give me a mirror. They shake me so that I can have this conversation with you today and see as I see today. All praises due to Allah. I got a Kennedy. I got a Jakaya. I got a Yaya, I got a Janae, you know. I got all beautiful elements. Layla, Brooklyn, Asia. I have them girls. I'm a king. And sometimes they say you gotta be careful what you ask for. I've been talking this king stuff my whole life. Now I have to stand on the throne. Because imagine you have the love of one person and how complex it is loving her as a woman. Imagine the emotions in 9 women, balancing it, being there, being him. So, brother, that's what made me. So standing on that legacy of understanding. You know, they had a story. It was a story. I'm always reflecting back to the story of Jesus and Mary. But I was thinking more in the relationship of Barnabas and Jesus when they were on the cross and the conversation, but not necessarily the conversation, but the audience, the people who stood out there. It were only women. They were only women. It was the experiences with these women. Now, Jesus was a prophet. And of 2,000 years ago, he had a story. He had a different kind of energy. He manifested an energy and a source of power and strength in him that only exist in men of God. So the women were drawn to him. They wanted to wipe his feet, wash his feet, touch his guard robe, and different other things. You understand what I'm saying to you? As a thug, when you see the women, you see the good girls. I'm going to tell you a real life story. As a good girl, they love to be loved. But the thrill of and the security in having a masculine alpha in their life is something that they can't get away from. It's in their nature. They're drawn to it. It's like the God radiated out of Jesus. That same tenacity, same energy, different direction. Same energy, different direction. Different commands. So the women were drawn. So what I'm saying to you is that connection with the woman and that experience through the differences generated that audience, because there were different people, different women, relationships, and different values, different experiences. That's what formed those guys. That's what gave them that support. So when you see those guys in the Disney Crips, in the jail cells, in the prisons, who run the streets and all these things, they got the support of who? Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. Build, learn, look at life. I look at life like the Chinese. Oh, happy Chinese New Year. Year of the Dragon.